I think and I hope that this will be interesting to you. I've spoken before on the show about what I call these unsubscribed trolls. These are people who loudly tell me, sometimes for years, I was just about to become a paid member. I was just about to do it, but then you said this and now I'm never giving you a penny. Or I have been a subscriber for years, but now I'm canceling because you said the wrong thing or whatever. I have one of these examples for you, and it's kind of evolved over several months. Over the weekend, an email came in from someone named Yulia who said, I'm canceling. And I'm canceling, David, because you were not transphobic enough. Now, those are my words, not their words. And I looked up their email history. This is why we keep it. And hilariously, they've been emailing me for 6 months. And it's always about how I'm not transphobic enough. I need to be more transphobic. And it started with, I was about to give you money, but I'm not. And now it's, I'm canceling because you're not transphobic. This is fascinating. So let's start with the first email. This one's from early October, where Yulia said, hey, David, I've been watching your YouTube channel for some time. I was thinking about joining to contribute money, but there is one thing that has kept me from it. You see, the most attractive thing about your channel for me, I'm a molecular biologist, is you frame your narrative around science, including the vaccine debates. But there was one thing that turned me off. There was one show in which you talked about trans people saying something that everybody on the left tends to say. Trans women are women. Now, as virtually any biologist will tell you, sex is real and cannot be changed by current scientific methods. In my opinion, if you're all about science, saying that trans women are women is grossly inaccurate. It's true to say trans women are trans women, but not women. You're saying that they are women because they identify as women or whatever is something that sounded hypocritical to me as a biologist. I would join and support your channel, I guess, if you stayed more accurate to science, because as a scientist, I've been looking for a leftist who would be true to science. Guys, is Yulia a scientist? I think it was only mentioned 5 times in this email. So first of all, I have never denied that biological sex exists. I have never claimed that current scientific methods chromosomally change a man to a woman or a woman to a man. But I have said that for the purposes of society and how I will deal with people, it makes no difference to me whether a woman is biologically female or not, if that is how they are living their life and want to be seen. Okay, so anyway, you get the point. That was in October. November, Yulia writes in again and says, how are you left different from Trumpists? David, I appreciate your show, but this recent question about transgenderism has caught my attention. Now remember, they were about to subscribe in October and didn't. They're still watching though. I think you would be doing a disservice to yourself and to the community if you continue to blindly follow the left propaganda about transgenderism. I know inclusivity. So should we, for the sake of inclusivity, teach creation science in schools? Your show's most prominent feature is you position yourself as true to the facts. It is what I and most of your audience, I suppose, like about you. This is not the first time Yulia speaks for my audience. And Yulia goes on to say, so tell me, when a male person says, I feel I am a woman, therefore it is true, and you believe him and insist on everyone calling this male person a female, how is this different from people saying Trump won when he didn't? How is this not a delusion the same way Trumpists think Trump won? Again, this is not tailored to the things I have said on the show, but they are continuing to slam me. And then the final straw guy, and listen, 6-7 months of being displeased with what I say and continuing to watch, Yulia has had enough. Why unsubscribe? David, I might not be significant for you. I'm just a biological scientist, but I have to say, I am unsubscribing, and perhaps many other people will follow. Again, speaking for everybody else. The reason is I was under the impression you were a nonpartisan, objective reality check science channel. You betrayed me. When you talk about so-called trans people, you evoke no statistics. You evoke no scientific argument. All you said was just in agreement with YouTube policy. I wish said it out loud. I am saying this because this is in agreement with YouTube policy, but you didn't say that. Guys, I don't know what she's talking about. I have no idea. Anyway, Yulia says, I cannot recommend you or your channel to anyone I know because you lack integrity. I am very sorry. You do not deserve a place in my media stream. And I am a scientist. You are not about science. I'm trying to, I almost forgot between emails 2 and 3 that Yulia is a scientist, but now I remember. Anyway, I don't even know that I've said most of the stuff she's referring to. The issue of trans people doesn't come up a ton on this show. But you know what? Good riddance, Yulia. Good riddance. I was never going to be the transphobe that you wanted me to be. So I'm sorry to see you go, but not really. And hopefully this means no more emails. That's another really funny thing. Sometimes people are like, I haven't been subscribed for 3 years, but I'm going to email you every week with some critique of what you said. I'm fine for you to unsubscribe, but please stop the emails. So that's a little peek behind the curtain at the stuff we're dealing with on a daily basis.